Well, hello everyone. Jane here from Your Way Weight Loss. Hi, Leash.
Hello.
OMG. It's
OMG.
happening. It's happening. So when this podcast comes out, it's happening this week, like this Thursday. Like we can say like this week. You know what I mean? Like this week is our premiere. Okay, you know what popped up on my random memories the other day was our event, our Choose Happy event.
Okay.
And that moment where I drove up to your house and Neil was filming and I jumped into your arms like it was our wedding day. And I was like, this is even more of a big deal than that day. Like this is like we made a movie, like a 90-minute movie, documentary, whatever.
I know. I think last time it was so touch or go with COVID, whether we were going to have it or not. So it was just like, what a ride, eh?
What a ride. Yes, exactly. Like, I mean, things have changed. Way less stress with this event than Choose Happy. Like, I think I aged years that month.
Yeah.
I was a mess.
That was hard on you.
Like inside, like I obviously physically, I would not show how like stressed I was, but like so many migraines, like my body was like, calm the fuck down. Like you are a mess right now. Like every time there's a press conference, remember? Like they would post on Facebook that there was a press conference at 2:30. You would screenshot it, send it to me. I would die. And then I'd be like, I can't watch it. I can't watch anymore. Like it was just like basically Higgs had our whole dream in his hands of like crushing our souls. You know what I mean? Like canceled. I mean, it didn't happen, but it could have. And that's, I think it's the lack of control. Right? Yeah.
Also, remember that time that you also opened a spin studio that same month. Remember, you wanted your grand opening to be the next day.
I know. I know. Right. I forgot about that, where I opened another business at the exact same time of us hosting our very first huge event at the Capitol. Now I feel like the Capitol is home. Like, I'm like, I got this. I know this space. I cannot wait to be on that stage, honestly. How do you feel about it?
Good. I feel like we're not going to be on stage enough.
I agree. I know what you're saying. And then last night when we were recording the other podcast that came out on Thursday, you said, you know, I can't wait to like be in the crowd and watch people watch it. And, you know, we're planning to kind of be backstage when it plays, right? And I'm like, maybe we should be like on the side things and
I thought about
watch it
too.
there.
I thought about that too.
And like watch the people, but are they going to be watching us and not them? And then as I'm watching the documentary, because I watch it from A to B, like the whole thing, and I'm taking notes and really making sure that it's the best thing ever. It goes by so fast. And I'm like, I wonder if, so Paul said him and his wife sat down and watched it last night.
Okay.
And he said Christine loved it, which I actually invited her to come to the premiere.
Oh, that's so nice.
I think it's her and her mom.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. So I was like, Paul, you have 2 tickets. What do you want to do with it? So I think they're coming. And so they watched it. I'm like, did she laugh? He's like, that's so funny that's the first thing you asked, if she laughed. I'm like, it's so important to me that it's not boring. Like that's like, because I think that message needs to come across that that's who we are. You know, we need to be ourselves and we are funny. Like we like to entertain, you know, like that story yesterday of the like newspapers. Like I'm proud of that because I entertained people for that day.
Oh, and how many messages do we get if people are just like, that just made my day?
Exactly. Like so many people are like, that was funny. Yeah. Thank you so much. I am dying. And I'm like, perfect. If I can make someone laugh every day, that's my dream. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. He said she said when it was done that it made her leave either because a good movie makes you want it to keep going. You know, like you don't want it to be over. You either want more or you want to watch again. And she's like, she felt both. She's like, I want to watch again because I like, obviously it went by so fast that she's like, I want to rewatch certain parts and listen more because it is definitely something that you can learn a lot if you're actually listening. But when's the first time you're watching it? Like how many times did you watch the Big Mac Challenge?
Quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can watch it more than once.
Yeah, absolutely.
You listen to it, but then you're also like so drawn into the story. And, you know, Paul was saying, you guys bring so much, just the two of you, not even related to eating Tim Hortons or not even related to your very core message. So like, it's like people will take different things out of it. Like, man, they were funny. I don't know what they were like. I didn't really listen because I was just like looking at their body language or our faces. Like all these things are very entertaining. So he's like, it'll definitely leave people wanting to like watch again to like really listen and whatever. I'm like, that's good.
That's
and also
good.
just like wanting more. I wanted more. Like I wanted to continue, but I'm also obsessed with myself.
Speaking of that, my mom was saying that she listened to her podcast. She was like, do you know what I love about Jose? I love that Jose is like, I'm going to that wedding and I know it's not about me because I'm not the bride, but she's like, I love that Jose will say that out loud. and she's just like, I want people, the door to open and people say, who is that girl?
Yep. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's like so fun to just be yourself. Like, just like say what you really want out of it. It makes people laugh as well. And it makes people feel like normal, you know?
I agree.
Or they could be like, I'm not like that. But I just listened a little bit to that podcast. I haven't finished it because I want to keep it for a good walk.
Okay.
Because I think it was a really good one. But I was driving to the studio and obviously it's not a far drive. So I didn't get to the end. But I was at that part where I'm like, I want to be at the pool with like a hat and big sunglasses. And I'm laughing at myself. And I'm like, and you're like, I know exactly. And I have like this white over like cover. Like people know what I'm talking about. I know they do, you know?
They do.
And then I was like, and then I don't have kids, so I don't have to wear like jean shorts, you know, and sweating.
Yes. You can wear.
I'm definitely not going in the water.
Absolutely not. Never.
But if I have Gia and Noah, they'll be like, Mama, viens tu? And I'm that mom that like goes in the water if your kids ask to go in the water.
I'm not that mom.
I know you're not, and I love you for it.
I tasked Neil.
I tasked Neil.
Okay, tell us then, did you order your dress?
I did not. Because I am like that. But that dress, did you see? Did you see it?
It's perfect. What are we waiting for them to not have your size anymore? Legit perfection. And the back, show us the back.
Did you see?
Yes, it's gorgeous.
The back is exactly like my red dress from the gala.
I said add to cart immediately.
Yes, I know.
There's something wrong with you.
Oh my God. It's just, and it's not even that expensive. I think it was in the 200s.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Like it was like, everything was good about it. Oh my God. My mom is hilarious. All right. So, I'm not going to be texting my mom while we do this. She just like, doesn't understand when I'm like, I am working. So I said to her, I am working. She's like, but then and it's like not things that are really, that needs to be figured out in this very moment.
Okay. All right. So dress check. I'm also really excited for the donut wall. Tell me about the conversation you had with Tim Hortons. So you call them. Hello.
Oh my God. Okay. So it just so happens that it's my neighbor that answers. My neighbor works at Tim Hortons.
Of course, your neighbor works at Tim Hortons.
Absolutely. So I'm like, hey, buddy. Okay. So I said, I would like to okay. Is it possible to order a huge order of donuts for an event? And he's like, yes. How many donuts were you thinking? And I said, 300. But then it seems like it cut at the 3. So he's like, 100 donuts. And I'm like, no, 300 donuts, maybe 400. And then he's like, okay, no problem. I'm like, oh, this is fun. He's like, okay, what kind of donuts, whatever. So I went with, I didn't tell you this, so let's just do it right now. So I went with basically anything that has a hole. Like, I'm like, at the end of the day, he's going to do double chocolates. There's going to be honey cruller. I think it's like going to be fun for the people that are coming to really get that experience. Everyone kind of has their like favorite, although I was sad that there was no Boston cream. But yeah.
Okay. So
then he says, how are you going to pick this up? And I'm like, great question there. And the worst part is I'm giving this job to someone else because it's at 2 p.m. in the middle of the afternoon. We're clearly getting styled and glamored at this time. So nope, not doing that. Like not picking up the 300 donuts. So giving that job probably to my parents. You know what I mean?
I'm like worried that Tim Hortons, like it's risky for them to make us a breakfast sandwich.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, are they like maybe we'll call the day of or the day before?
Absolutely. So I left my number and I said, I need you guys to call me so that we can really get our story straight here of what I want. Like, 'cause he's like, oh, do you want this? Whatever. And I'm like, we can even like, if it's too much, we can end with 2 donuts, 2 different types of donuts. Like, I don't need 7 different types of donuts. He's like, no, we got this. Okay. He seemed really confident.
Okay.
Also, the best part is that he gave me the price of like a dozen. Like basically that's so it was less than $1 a donut.
Yeah.
You are welcome, everyone.
When people say Tim Hortons is expensive, I'm like, but a donut is 99 cents.
Yeah, it's 2022, everyone. Like the last time you bought something for 99 cents, like let's really think about that. Like before you could buy a chip for 99 cents. Can't even do that anymore. It needs to be the like your smart size. You know what I mean?
If you guys are listening to that, that would be a bag of chips, not just a chip. People thought it was
just a chip. That's how we say it. A chip.
I'm also thinking that I want to have like almost like the same visual that we had at our photo shoot on stage on one of my little side tables. So I might buy like some donuts for us to have like for decoration behind the scenes like that.
I love this. Absolutely. I think in between our 2 yellow chairs, we should have that white table you have in your home and we should fill it up. I love that idea. That's a really good idea. Solid idea.
Okay. So fun. Like people are going to come. Take a donut, take a picture. I love it. I'm so glad that worked out.
I know, me too. Like that really, like we made that happen. We were like talking about it, but like before you like find a donut wall and where. So we obviously have an artist that we have close contact with. So he built that for us. And it's beautiful with our logo and everything. Like,
he's pretty handy.
Oh yeah. No, we keep him.
Like he's just like, ta-da! I mean, it took him all weekend, but it's fine.
Yeah, he needed to paint and like there's a lot. Definitely like we're a good team of 4. Know what I mean? We definitely need to keep Jeff because we don't know what we're doing when it comes to all the technological things of life. And then we need to keep Neil because we're not artistic and creative.
We make a great team.
What are we? What do we bring to the table, Alicia?
I mean, we're gorgeous.
Fun and gorgeousness.
It was really funny the other day, Neil, we were talking about something and then Neil was saying, well, we used to be more equal. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, well, then you got extra gorgeous. It was nice. So Neil got home late from his new job last night.
I got home late. What does that mean?
Well, he works until 11. So we didn't get home until 11:30.
Oh, that's late. Yeah. And then he has to go to work this morning. How did that go?
He said he was fine. And like he was standing that whole time. So for Neil, that's a lot.
Good job. What time does his shift start?
He wasn't sure 4 or 5. He went there at 4, but I think it was spot 5.
He was like nervous about it probably.
I don't know. He's like so not nervous. Like he brought like his little lunch bag. And like if I was like on my first day of the job, I would try to be cool, you know?
Yeah, no, he does not need to impress anyone. He's like, I got this.
Yeah, and he rocked it. He had so much fun. He was like flirting with everyone. He said it made everyone feel good today. Mark and Josh stopped by for a beer.
Oh, this is too much.
He's like, so loves it. I mean, it's day 1.
It's day 1, but so he's going to be working there on Tuesdays. Is that it?
So
are Tuesday nights like a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tuesday night, guys, if you want to go to the Holy Bowly, Neil will be there to pour you a beer. And they have a kitchen right in the place. So they have a taco people. So it's Taco Tuesday.
Oh my God, it's perfect.
So you can go and drink beer, eat tacos, and bowl.
And you can bring your children.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, and see Neil. Add that to your end of things. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
So, how are we feeling about our press tour?
Okay, so right after recording this in 18 minutes, I actually have an interview for Ici Acadie.
Okay.
En français. It's a Zoom interview, which is, I'm guessing, fun. So our publicist just texted me.
Yeah.
So it's gonna air. She says, okay, keep me posted, and if you remember, ask them when it's gonna air. It'll probably be tonight. So it'll be good to know. So apparently like it's a live interview and I'm going to be on a screen somewhere like on TV because that's TV.
Ooh.
Apparently Ici Acadie is Radio Canada TV. Like it's, anyway, so I'm going to be on this TV. And last time we were talking about, is this on Netflix? Like this is literally because I still have cable.
It was so cute. The Jack, which is our friend's kid who I take after school, said to me, he goes, when can we watch it on Netflix? And I was like, Jack, when you watch my documentary on Netflix,
I will be not taking care of you after school.
I'm not picking you up after school, buddy.
But you know what? I was watching the new Netflix documentary, White Hot, which is the Abercrombie and Fitch documentary. Okay. And I was watching that while we were flying. And I was like, obviously I had seen our documentary, and like, ours is amazing. Like, it's an hour and a half. So that one was an hour and a half. It passed by really fast, which is really important when you watch something that it needs to pass, like, because it is a documentary. So it's like just this one thing that you're watching. And ultimately, eating Tim Hortons every day for a month is entertaining, but is it entertaining for 90 minutes? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so anyways, I was watching that documentary, and like, ours is as good and definitely more entertaining and funny than that one. And so I'm like, I feel like it's up there. Like, it's in the, whether it's Netflix quality or not is not a question. It is. Okay. 1000%, you guys. I am telling you, this is the shit, but it's to get it in the right people's head. Like,
100%.
It's not like everything that's on Netflix is like so good. You know, it's like just right people, right hands, right conversation, and right boom, time. This happened. Yes, this happened for you. So like, that type of success is not, oh, they worked really hard. They definitely did, but someone else also worked as hard and didn't get it. You know,
and it's also like, because they're Abercrombie, everyone knows that brand. Do you know what I mean? So it's
sexy.
Soon your weight loss will be basically Abercrombie.
That's what hopefully we have a better reputation.
Yes.
In Abercrombie and Fitch. Yes, absolutely.
So the thing I'm doing today, so I'm also doing an interview today at 10 a.m. It's coming out on Monday, which is the same time as this podcast, Monday, May 2nd.
It would be today. Yeah, it would be today. So
it's coming out today on Pickle Planet. And it's also on Rogers TV.
Oh my God, you guys. So you need to go today on, do you know the name of that podcast? Is it Pickle Planet?
Pickle Planet, yeah.
Okay, so Alicia's on that podcast today. So go and download that podcast with Alicia on it. That's super fun. And then we don't know what else is happening, but I know that Crystal, our publicist, is working on some things. So I am pumped. There are more interviews that are coming. We just like don't know about it yet. And she said like most interviews are after the premiere, like after they see pictures and whatever, and the documentary's out, they want to know more.
I'm panicked. Do I have enough outfits for this?
You definitely do not. We need to go shopping. More green. Okay, wait. So speaking of green, I had an email from Aritzia just yesterday before we started recording, and it was like about dresses. I'm like, let me look what Aritzia has to say here, because we're going to Halifax for girls weekend. So Alicia and I, so there's like this epic tight green dress. So I'm like, we need to like look into that, Alicia. So we'll go there. Okay.
That sounds glorious.
Yes, you definitely need some of that.
We are going to be away for 2 sleeps, you guys. 2 sleeps.
2 sleeps without husbands or kids. Like, that's like a big deal.
It is a big deal.
And just like no drama friends. Just like you do you, I do me. No one cares. That's what I like. It's my kind of friendships.
There's going to be tequila.
There is going to be tequila.
Margaritas.
Not for me, but for you. Yes.
You might like a margarita.
Like, is it? So yeah, so we were talking about that. He's like, is it, when we were on vacation, Jim's like, is it margaritas or martinis that Alicia likes? And then we went with martini because you always say extra dirty. So
I mean, I actually love both.
Okay, perfect.
And both are like on my roster of like top drinks, but for sure when I'm out, usually I'm getting a dirty martini.
Extra dirty, I said.
Extra dirty. Vodka, not gin. People that get gin martinis. And a margarita, I'm more picky about where I get a margarita.
What isn't a margarita, Alicia?
Tequila.
Okay.
Agave, which is just like, or simple syrup, basically sugar.
Okay.
And freshly squeezed lime juice.
Okay.
And there's different variations of it, obviously. But like if I go somewhere and they like pour lime juice like from a jar and didn't squeeze it from the fruit, absolutely not.
Okay. Pas acceptable.
Pas acceptable.
It's like that time your mom brought Cheese Whiz in your home. Pas acceptable.
Not okay.
Okay. Well, that's super fun. Anything else on the list today? We just don't have the time to do a long one today, you guys. So you're going to have to be happy with a 20 to 25 minutes. It's been 20 minutes already. So am I, okay. here's the thing. So it's my first interview en français. And like the terms and things are always en anglais. So I'm like, relation avec la nourriture. Like, it's just like, I'm trying to think, but at the same time, I'm like, Jose, you live this experience. You like, it's like, I'm going back in time. Like, she's going to ask me something. I'm just going to go back to like what happened. It's not like something that's like, we're going to do that and it's going to look like this, like it happened. So I can answer any questions, but I'm like a little more nervous because it's French, but then I'm always more nervous when it's English. I guess I'm not strong in any language.
No, you know what I mean? Amazing. Like, you're great. You're great. You're going to be great. I'm a little bit nervous too. And I'm only nervous if she asks me about the point. And not that I'm nervous that I don't know the point, but can I express it in the exact words I want to express in this short period of time, you know?
I know. Okay, but let's practice it. It's perfect.
Okay.
What is the point? Okay.
You start.
I think I've had more. Yeah. I think I've had more time with the documentary. I've had more time talking about the documentary. I've had more time, like, you know, talking with our publicist. So really getting the, like, why we're doing this, what's happening. So what we're putting out there, Alicia, is that, well, first of all, if she wants to talk about Your Way Weight Loss, see, like, there's two different things. Like, what does Your Way Weight Loss do? But also, what is the documentary about?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So Your Way Weight Loss, when people ask us, like, what is Your Way Weight Loss? I just want our followers to know, or our listeners to know, like, that's a difficult question just for us. Like, even for us to say, like, it's complex. It's an experience. It's not a product. It's not a cream. It's not, you know, so that's why it's difficult. It's an experience and not a product. It's not a thing. So, and it's also like, it's an idea. It's a, you know, so there's a word for what I'm trying to find. See, anyways, the two things that we're really sticking to is that we are healing people's relationship with food. We're helping them to create a better relationship with food is another way to say it as well. And we heal past diet trauma. Like, we heal people's beliefs from about weight loss. You know, that was not good, but you get what I mean? Like,
no, that was great. I wrote that down. I actually had written that down yesterday. So it is really about helping people create a better relationship with food. And part of that is healing the past diet trauma, the past experiences, the thoughts of that donuts are bad. I'm a bad person. If I eat a donut, might as well eat 20, the shame spiral, that whole thing.
Absolutely. They're probably going to ask you as well, like, why, like, who, like, when did you think of this? Why did you do this? And that was actually more difficult than I thought when she asked me, because we didn't really think about like that particular question was not part of like my press release when we did it with Crystal. So I was like, why did we want to do this? We wanted to put ourselves on some sort of, we wanted to create content that was going to definitely make more people watch. But also we felt like that wasn't out there right now. Two moms putting themselves on a menu like Tim Hortons and creating awareness for anyone that wants to watch. Like, what does that mean? What is that going to create? And I also like definitely shared that as we were filming, the experience happened. Like, we went in bringing the world along, not knowing what was going to happen. And that was part of the fun. That was part of the documentary. That was part of what we wanted.
And I think that we were doing an experiment, you know what I mean? So we shouldn't have known the results before we started. Like, you know what I mean? We really did go in as an experiment, not with an agenda.
Yeah. And we really wanted to, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's get it right now so that I can use that later. Societal beliefs. Like, we wanted to not, it's like getting people to think differently. We wanted to, okay, I'm going to use the wrong word. Like, there's an adjective, like crush societal beliefs, but not crush. Challenge. I like that. I think we wanted to give ourselves a challenge to like, and give society something to like think about, basically. But like, whatever comes out is going to be fine.
Yeah.
But why we wanted to do it was because it's never been done by two moms, you know, really. And that the whole day, like, there has been documentaries of people trying to prove calorie deficit, and that is not what we're doing. It was really to see what the experience would be like, to really put us on a meal plan, a menu, and to really challenge societal beliefs behind weight loss and weight gain and food labeling.
Okay.
And then really, honestly, I think what's the best way to like cover us, because we don't know really why we did it. It's like, we wanted to live that experience and see what was going to happen. Like, we didn't know. So we just like wanted to live it. Like, it wasn't like we had like, why? Because we want to you know, like we wanted to see what it was going to be like.
Also, anyone that knows us knows that we're always working on the next project, and we're always like, we get an idea and we're like, that would be fun. Let's do it. Like we're never stagnant. We're constantly looking for new ways to show up. So that was just something that we'd been flirting with for a while. And then we were like, let's do it.
And another thing you could say is we just wanted to be louder about our message at Your Weight Loss. Like what we do is heal people's relationship with food, help them create a better relationship with food. And by doing this and creating that awareness, that's what we did. We wanted to have an impact. Why? We wanted to have an impact.
Impact. That's a good word.
That's a good word. And I think by doing an impactful experience, and going through it.
Yes.
You got this. We got this. Okay. So my interview is in 7 minutes. So I need to I don't know. Okay. We got this. Love you. Have fun.
You too.
Thank you. Let me know when it's done, and I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And I mean, you need to buy your tickets. It's in 3 days. Like you want urgency right now is urgency. Okay. And I want to remind anyone that's listening that cannot make it to the Capitol, there's still tickets. Last night, overnight, we sold 4 more. Woo! So fun. I'm like, ooh, 4 friends or 2 couples. I don't know. I know a lot of men that are coming to this event. But anyways, what I wanted to say was if you cannot come to the Capitol, you want to buy a virtual ticket, please know that you don't have to watch it live at 7 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time. You can watch it. You can watch the recording up until Sunday. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's a no-brainer for virtual.
Agreed.
Okay, everyone. Have a great day, Leash. Okay, chat later, okay?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.